Divesh and Gautam. Yeah, that's what. No one is turning. ये इसका link करना.
Everyone can
ऐसा
hear
नहीं
you.
ऐसा ऐसा होता है इसमें.
इसको कौन पकड़ेगा अभी?
वो 5 मिनट ऐसा पकड़ो तो.
पर
Right.
कैमरा
Okay. Now is it fine?
Yes, it is.
Now is it? Are we live?
Yes, 30 seconds.
Okay. Can you open the screen? Copy the screen and share a image or message?
దీనికి అందులోనా
Yeah, you can open it. I will be checking one.
నా రూమ్కి వెళ్ళి మరి తెస్తావా అది తేవా ఇలా వదిలేద్దాం దీన్ని ఇలా పెడతా అగో
ఇప్పుడు అలానే ఉంటుంది నడుస్తూనే అలానే.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Now we will start off with our next candidate, Hostel Secretary. So I would like to call upon both the candidates here, and we will spin the lot. Please come on the rise. Question, please enter their names. Yeah. So we can spin. Okay. Okay, it's Shubham. So Shubham, would you like to go first or would you? Yeah. Okay, Shubham is coming on the dais first.
వాట్
I did put my laptop. But they have to get their own laptop. They invite
యా బట్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో అటాచ్మెంట్ యా ఓకే లైక్ ఓకే ఓకే
I think you had.
ఓ ఓకే
Then it will be all black. Then we have to set the backlights. Backlights will be working.
Hello everyone, I am Shubham Kumar, a BTech second year student from the Department of Civil Engineering. And I am standing for the position of Hostel Secretary in the upcoming secretary. First of all, I want to say something. That I am facing such a big audience for the first time. So I am a bit nervous and the thing is, and also my English is a bit cracky. So, but I will try to make sure that I will deliver my points in a proper way and proper manner. Let's proceed with my manifesto. What's my vision? My vision is to build a hostel life that is more comfortable, enjoyable and student friendly, where daily life becomes easier and more engaged for everyone. I will be focusing on practical and achievable improvements, just not making promises. My aim is to create a balanced hostel life where comfort, safety and engagement go hand in hand. What are my promises? If I get elected, what I will work towards? I will be working towards upgrading hostel facilities to improve overall living standards, making the mess system more responsive, ensuring clear communication and better tracking of issues for the more accountability, and support events and initiatives that make hostel life more active and enjoyable. I will be addressing student concerns efficiently with the focus of practical solutions. Let's coming to my manifesto points. What I am going to do for hostels? I am planning to bring a emergency fund option so that the emergency situations can be handled in a timely manner. For common room improvements, we will be adding electrical sockets and extensions to fulfill the shortage of charging points. For medical facility, I will be trying my best to exceed the medical hours, including weekends also. We will be ensuring better accessibility and healthcare services for students. I will be trying my best to give that rental coolers facility here in hostel. It will be including, like, we will be buying coolers from the vendors, or else we can buy coolers from the seniors who are going to pass out this year. What's my plan to do for room cleaning service? What I am planning to do a room cleaning services that which we will be achieving for per semester. First service will be free, but additional services will be added on a paid basis. TV room booking system. A structured and a dedicated booking system will be introduced to allow students to reserve the TV room in advance for their convenience.
Shubham, you are left with 1 minute 30 seconds. I think you can speak up.
There will be regular and frequent inspection of hostel equipments to identify and fix the defective items in a timely manner. There will be pest control on a semester-wise basis to maintain hygiene and cleanliness. Along with that, we will be including more indoor games like billiards, Monopoly, and Ludo, etc., to create and expand the range of recreational activities. Also, along with that, I will be assuring that we will provide the allotted space for a cycle washing area, so that the students who have cycles and bicycles, they can come and wash their cycles. I will be assured that we will be providing the facility of live screening events such as cricket matches, football games, and major events like rocket launch, etc. And there will be no blind spot at all near the hostels by installing proper. That will be addressed by installing proper lighting and surveillance system to enhance safety. We will be conducting workshops related to fire safety and basic emergency responses like CPR to train students so that they can respond in emergency situations. I am planning to improve the badminton court quality in hostels also. A proper structure will be maintained to give a on-campus saloon services at a regular interval. It will be like weekly or bi-weekly based on the requirements. And also, we will be collaborating with hotel industry.
Sorry to interrupt, and we are running like only 5 minutes is for your manifesto presentation. I think now the floor is open for the questions by students. Students are requested to raise their hands. Mic will be given by Shashank as well as Agdara. Yeah.
Do you have any previous experience so that we can trust you can do all these things? No, directly I am not connected with SAC or anything. But the thing is, I was working with hostel councils and I also raised the concerns related to hostels and also volunteered in many events like Diwali celebration and Holi celebration. I also like post after a Holi celebration there will be cleaning process going on and we and three more people along with them I single-handedly clean the that playground and also restore them in the playable condition.
Initially, you mentioned that you will not talk like this. You said that I'm feeling very nervous talking. This is my first time. So, how can you manage with talking with officials and to overcome all the problems we have in this hostel?
I feel like that the communication is more about clarity, not the proper words. Like if I am going to express myself.
So, communication needs clarity. Bro. If you don't communicate and if you say I need this, they won't get anything. We have seen many incidents happening. Communication is important. I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I am in a learning process, and this is my first time I am facing that much crowd. And also, the thing is,
Continue.
and also the thing is that I can manage that things by learning things. So, yeah, I can do that.
No, we are giving all trust, but how can we trust on you? After, see, we have seen many except what? They have given many words on us, but they haven't implemented some of them, they have implemented some of them. How can we trust on you? You said you are learning. How much time it will take to learn?
No, that's not. Like in 7 or 8 days, my communication skills is become, means it's great. Like,
So what is this? So what is this level that's more than 1 year?
Please note that only one follow-up question is allowed per person.
do you know about the anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squad?
Children could be silent while asking questions, please. Do you know about the anti-ragging committee and anti-ragging squad?
Yeah.
Because what is the difference between them?
Anti-ragging committee is handling the anti-ragging issues and take measures on the person who are like performing such activities.
Can you repeat again? What? Can you repeat again? I didn't hear you.
Oh. Anti-ragging committee is handling the anti-ragging issues, and they take measure on the persons who are following that and performing those anti-ragging issues.
Anti-ragging squad? What? Anti-ragging squad. You explained the whole anti-ragging only.
Yeah.
Anti-ragging squad?
Anti-ragging squads is the students who are facing that ragging influence.
Give me 5 good reasons why should I vote you or why am I better than the competition.
My plan is to make the system more transparent and accountable. You can reach out to me anywhere, anytime, so that the person will connected towards and inclusive towards the hostel life. Secondly, I will be working on practical and achievable improvements. I am not just here to make such promises. Thirdly, that I will be try to improve hostel life and by improving quality of events that is going to happen, like in night events, open mic events, such things I will try to do. Thirdly, fourthly, that we will try to make hostel life comfortable and enjoyable.
But Gautam also can do that. Why should I do that?
What?
Gautam also can do that. Why should I vote you? I mean, your competitor also does it transparent and then whatever he said. Why should I vote you?
You should vote for me because I am very accountable to you. You can reach out to me anytime, anywhere. You can ask me questions.
I can reach out to a competitor too.
Then you can take.
The students are requested to maintain decorum while the candidate is speaking. Please remain silent during the Q&A session so your questions can be answered.
We are hoping we get proper answers. Hi, Shiva. I just wanted to know whether you understood what we mean by clear-cut hostel secretary and these things. Can you name all the clubs under your hostel clubs under?
Yeah.
Clearly, and what are all things you can do in that to improve them?
First, hostel club is horticulture, which is under hostel council. So, my plan is to increase the participation by organizing drills and plantation drives, so that the student feel connected towards the nature and all student campus. Secondly, it's nowhere club. So basically, it's a club which is organizing that trips, trekking trips and all those. So we will be try to increase the number of participations. Specifically, we will try to double the number of participations. Students for per trip.
Only two clubs under you.
Yeah. And third one is I am going to introduce a new club if I get elected. That is Think Media Club. So that is basically a student forum led by the institute students that serves a platform which invite delegates from across the country, like novel people, scientists, etc. And also it serves a platform for workshops, open discussion, debate on national issues. It fosters the nation first attitude among the students.
Can you give some clarity, Mess also will come under hostel secretary. Yeah, so You have to build something under mess.
But mess is not a club.
I know that. I know that. I can speak. I can see. I'm not asking.
Ashish, the candidate will
Ashish. See, everyone's silent.
Let the candidate answer.
I'm not. You need to answer the question that what are all the clubs under your say. That's fine. I'm asking what are the things under you and how are you going to improve. In that, I'm saying you didn't mention anything about mess, which is the main primary cause in our campus, and also the new club which you are going to introduce, Team India and all. I guess that would be better if it does by some generic or academic side rather than hostel secretary. What do you mean by doing all this calling delegates and arranging sessions under this hostel secretary? Okay?
The thing is, we will be collaborating with all the all the other secretaries. So it will be along with, without their permission, we will not do. It's not under me only. It's under all. So we will be collaborating with each other, and then we will find this out.
Then how can you say I'm going to influence that club? Okay, that's not. And again, nowhere club you mentioned. It's not like no one is participating. It's about the budget. Please include that. And the horticulture. Horticulture is due to lack of this participation. Try to include it.
Shubham,
Yeah.
you asked a question just now. Just any answer for this?
Can you repeat?
See, mess will come under your control. So what are things are going to develop in the mess? The canteen and all. How should implement a good thing like equality, TFS and all. So the primary issue is the mess. The canteen mess which presented here. That's the okay. I'm saying in lower participation is okay. Everybody is trying to participate. Budget is the issue. Currently, the lower clubs are trying to improve a lot of the budget, but they couldn't. What are all the measures you will take for that? And what do you think about horticulture? It's not like you can say like I will try to engage with the people, I will try to do these things so that people come and follow this horticulture. But that horticulture club is the main thing which we need to mainly focus on this IT Palkar because there are no many of the trees or plants which are very required in IT Palkar and it is present in Kerala.
Okay. To increase the participation, I believe that I will take the feedback from the students itself that where I am lagging, like why they are not interested. So that I can change my plan and modify my plan that it better matches with the student interest. So and along with that, I want to say that who are genuinely interested, I will be working with them also to gradually grow it and I believe small efforts and small successes make wider participation.
So, due to time constraints, we'll be moving on to the next candidate now. Any other questions can you raise at the end towards both the candidates together? I request the next candidate, Gautam, to please come and present his manifesto. Gautam, please keep in mind 5 minutes per manifesto presentation.
I think you lose the connection.
Hello everyone, I'm Gautam Chaudhary from BTech third year Electrical Engineering Department. I'm standing as Hostel Secretary for the upcoming SAC election 2026, and I'm here to present my manifesto. Coming to my manifesto, my main vision is to make hostel life comfortable, active and student focused, to ensure proper food facilities and daily living needs meet student expectations, to build a system where complaints are heard and resolved quickly, to create a more engaging and energetic hostel environment, to make every student feel represented and valued in hostel decisions. So, coming to my manifesto points, my first point is revamping the Novel Club. So, reorganizing the Novel Club into dedicated groups to conduct regular trips and activities. So, coming to second point, improve hostel activities and facilities. Enhancing the functionality and maintenance of hostel recreational sports facilities and activities, while promoting the indoor and outdoor activities for the hostel residents. We are already having the many indoor activities, but they are not maintained properly. I want to make sure that they are well maintained. And also coming to the badminton courts inside the hostels, I want to make them maintained properly. So I'm also thinking of having a representative such that we will be overlooking everything regarding the indoor activities and outdoor activities under the hostel council. Coming to the third point, open hostel interaction policy. This is the follow-up on the open hostel interaction approved in the 13th BOS Board of Students, and I want to implement it. So, actually, the open hostel interaction policy is that girls are allowed into the boys hostel wings up to a restricted time. So we have to make the rules and everything such that this will be taken forward. It is already approved in BOS, but no proper follow-up made to this. So I want to make the follow-up for this. And coming to the next point, better council coordination. Introducing representative for all councils, helping with smooth coordination for event necessities from Hostel Affairs Council. Like many events are being conducted by different councils.
Please remain silent during the manifesto presentation. Thank you.
Sometimes there is a need that mess should be extended a little more. Like these type of things will be coordinated with the council representatives from the different councils in the hostel council. So, coming to the next point, affordable breakfast meal box. So, I am trying to introduce a low-cost takeaway breakfast meal boxes for students who miss the morning mess. Many of us are waking up very late and directly going to the classrooms. So, I want to implement this breakfast meal box thing such that we can buy the food which is left out after the mess timing. They will be packing the.
Sorry to interrupt you. We have 1 minute 30 seconds left.
Okay, thank you. So, coming to the next point, improved TV room experience. Upgrading the TV room accessibility and providing OTTs for streaming movies and matches on regular basis. And coming to the flexible hostel entry time, initiating discussion with the administration to extend hostel entry timings up to 11 p.m., making hostel rules more practical for student schedules. And next thing, 9 p.m. bus from Palakkad. Like working with the institute authorities to introduce a 9 p.m. bus service from Palakkad Stadium bus stand. Since we know that like the last bus from the Palakkad Stadium is around 8 or 8:30. Many of us will be going for food and other things like around that time. We don't have a proper transportation facility from Palakkad Stadium. So I want to make a 9 p.m. bus from Palakkad. Coming to next point, annual hostel festival calendar. Publishing a well-structured calendar of festivals going to be organized by Hostel Council. So I will be sharing a form to all the students and taking the responses like which are the festivals they feel are to be celebrated. So based on the responses,
We are done with 5 minutes of your manifesto presentation. I think now the floor is open to questions.
Hello, Gautam. I hope you know how many clubs are under you. How many clubs are under you? I guess you know that.
yeah.
So I want to ask you that about the horticulture club. So how will you improve the participation rate?
Like firstly, we don't have a proper space to implement the trees and like to grow the trees and all. So firstly, I want to check a proper space which is feasible for this thing. Then we can have some plantation things and these type of things we can implement so that some of the students will be interested and they will come in front to participate in the horticulture club.
I will talk to the head of it. What problems the head faces for the participation?
The main problem I have known is like the space thing. We don't have a proper space to grow the plants and gardens. So in the last few years, being told like propose a proper space for these things. So I'll check the feasibility and I'll propose a proper space for these things.
I will talk to the heads.
No, actually.
So this was your concern that the area was not provided. So what else do you know about the?
Can you please repeat it?
So you have mentioned that you didn't talk to the heads. So how do you know that this is the only main problem you are facing while increasing the participation?
Yeah, I actually talked to the hostel affairs secretary. So when I talked to him, I have known to these are the reasons which we are not having a proper participation and all. So that's the thing. And he also told me that like from the past years, the club is actually dead. So we want to make the club a little more engaging and I want to increase the participation by first showing some space to have gardens and all.
Can you give a single point so that you can convince us that you can increase the participation?
Sorry, can you please?
Can you mention even a single point that will convince us that you will improve the participation?
Many of us are not participating because we are not known about the activities that are going under the horticulture club. So once if they are implemented, then automatically participation will come. Then we try to increase the participation by giving more gardens and all and everything.
It's fine.
Hello.
If students, wardens and administration all expect different things from you at the same time, so whose side will you take first? Like who's your priority between students?
I'm not able to hear your question properly. Can you please?
If students, wardens and administration, the people in the administration all expect different things from you at the same time, so who will be your priority first? Students or the administration people or the wardens?
like my first priority will be the students, and I'm here to address the problems of the students and the not of the administration.
And in your credentials, in your manifesto, all the things I could see was of sports. Nothing was related to some administration work or about hostel. So, do you think you will be a good candidate for hostel affairs secretary?
Yeah, I actually did plan to stand as a hostel affairs secretary. Since I've got to know that no one who is worthy and like who is very experienced is not standing as hostel affairs secretary. I am as a SAC member. I am the secretary of the cricket council. So I know that how to deal with the administration and how to take the approvals and how to do the things. I've been there. So I felt that if no one worthy enough and no one like very much experienced in the house council is not standing, so I can be there, like I can stand for the students. So that's why I stood as the hostel affairs secretary.
Hello.
Hello.
Gautam, can you tell me who is the FA of horticulture club?
Horticulture club, Miss Kusum Dochak. Bro, can you please a little loud? I can't hear you.
Someone is asking, please.
As you mentioned the mess, can you tell me what happened if the food is delayed or served? Delay, food is delayed.
Food is?
Delay, mess food.
Food is delayed. Can you please repeat the question? I am not able to hear that question properly.
As you mentioned the mess, can you tell me what happened if mess food is delayed or served late?
So you are asking that like what will you do if the mess food is delayed? Is it? So actually there is a process which is being followed by the mess committee. They will be we are having a group that where before serving the mess, like around 6:50, if the mess is starting at 7, around 6:55, they will be keeping the photos of the things which are being ready. So by following these things which are being already there, so I want to keep them as it is. So it can be followed.
I think that in case of food shortage during the dinner or lunch time. We mean that food shortage during the lunch or dinner time, not at the beginning. During the mid time, if the food got like delayed or there is a shortage of certain things, more than 15 minutes, what are the precautions and what are the steps taken by the deputy mess secretary? That's what we mean.
Sometimes it might happen. So
Guys, please silence.
Please remain silent. You want to hear the answers.
sometimes the delay might happen, but I never faced this issue. Like I never faced this issue. The food is delayed by around 15 to 20 minutes. So if it was the case, so I will be there, like, and I'll coordinate with the mess manager, and I'll make sure that this would not happen next time. Like sometimes humans will make mistakes, so we have to do this. So we have to accept this.
So it's not once in a one event, it's happened regularly in the mess. I don't think so you have had a deep talk about this thing with Kaushal. Anyways, leaving that thing, you in your manifesto you mentioned about extending the mess timings and for certain events, right?
Yeah.
So did you have a talk why it's not been extended now, or why this tipping? You mentioned tipping service something, tipping box
Yeah.
extra. Don't you ask me why it didn't happen right now? Why? What was the constraint of having those things right now? Did you talk about the feasibilities of those things? Is it possible?
Yeah, I checked the feasibility of the mini box with the team actually. So what he was told is, he told that anyhow the mess food which is being wasted, they will be selling outside. So
Do they sell?
he told me.
You know, that means you didn't interact with the mess people, not with the mess committee. I'm sorry to say this thing.
Yeah,
So you didn't interact and you promised two promises. So the thing is that you mentioned about the delay and like the time constraints and all. Did you look into the thing like why we never increase the time from 9 to 9:50 at the dinner time or 2 to 2:50 to 2:30 at lunch time?
like it's actually in the mesh tender thing, like they will be having only 2 hours window. 2 hours window from the start time. So if they are starting at 7, they will be definitely closing at 9. So this is the thing, they are not, because of this thing only, they are not extending.
Then again, how can you promise that thing that you will extend the timing?
Like I will be having a meeting with mess manager and I will be negotiating with him to
Just having a meeting with the mess manager doesn't work this way.
I will be negotiating with him such that it will happen.
Let me conclude. These things does not work like this, that you have a discussion with certain authorities. The things work in a way that you have to put those things into the tender. Did you put this point into the tender? Yes or no?
No.
Then it is not going to happen for next 1 year. Just to be made very clear that once the tender is being floated, you can't change the tender points. So that one at this time only being rejected. So I don't think so you have done homework properly on that piece.
Hello. Gautam. Like you told, no one but the candidate is attending as hostel affairs secretary, so you attend as hostel affairs secretary. Like there is also secretary, like cultural affairs secretary, hostel affairs secretary. No one is attending. Why you don't think to attend there?
I am facing the issue with the mess, so I am having problem in the mess. So I want to stand up for my issue. I am not having any issue with like cultural council. Anyhow, I am not involved in any of the cultural council activities. So I don't have any problem with the cultural council or academic council. So these kind of things I don't have any problem. So I have a problem with this council, so I stood in this council.
You have issue with the mail.
Huh?
You have issue with the mail. You have issue with the mail.
Yeah.
If you are in support of a candidate, please let them answer so they can show everyone that they are worthy of your support instead of disturbing the.
When you know what issue you have with the mail?
What?
When you know what issue you have with the mail?
Yeah, some of the days, like the mess menu is, I felt it's not eatable actually. I have received many of the requests such that like they are not eatable, and especially during the dinner time. The lunch and the breakfast is okay, but some of the days, not every day, like few of the days are not good. So I want to change the mess menu such that it is eatable, like no one will be sleeping with empty stomach. That's it.
After changing your mail, like let's say you become the hostel affairs secretary and you change the mail menu. After that, also some people will not satisfy with your menu. Then what you will do?
I will try to impress as many people as I can.
Hi Gautam. So my question is about the open hostel interaction policy that you were talking about.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you explain it more clearly and why do we need such a policy and what is your opinion about that?
Like if a boy and girl is doing some projects or they are want to have a dream study, like common studies, there are only few places where we can sit together. It's in the common room and
Silence.
it's in the common room and it's in the computer lab. Coming to the common room and computer lab, we can't discuss and we can't make noise there. Like we can't do anything there. So I feel this is needed, and I have gone to other IITs like for inter-IIT sports meet. So I have seen there like there this thing is actually implemented there. So I want to do.
Sitting in front of girls' hostel and why do we have common rooms and labs? And apart from that, do you think we need such a policy?
Yeah, that's what I have done. That's what I have done actually. That's
Who wants this? Have you talked to people about their opinions about do they really want this policy? It's not that other IITs have done that you should do it.
like it is actually proposed in the 13 viewers. Now, if I'm there, like around a year back, it was proposed. It was not actually proposed by me, but I like that intention why they have proposed it. So I want to make sure like it is being implemented. It was not being rejected also. So administration also is thinking that it might be necessary. So we can take it forward.
Yeah, so that will be the last question. Any other questions can be addressed in the next round together to both the candidates.
Thank you, Archana. Guys, I think now Gautam and Shugun both can be on the stage. Yeah, now next time you can ask. No worries. Yeah, then guys. Yeah. Yeah, the floor is now open. You can ask common questions or to the specific candidate as well. You can ask Adra for that. You guys want?
My question is to both of the candidates. Actually, both of your manifestos are like really good. So my question is that how confident are you in implementing those acts? And if you are that confident, can you give a date by which you can implement or make that act happen? Are you confident enough? So I know you may not be able to implement it by that date, but if you can announce a date, it shows that how confident you are and how well known you are among the system. Okay? And if you are willing, when will you announce the dates? Will you be able to announce them at the start of your tenure, or even better before the elections?
So actually, I took the feasibility check from the dean students and our hostel secretary and our general secretaries. So almost now one of the point is raised by them. So I have to recheck the possibility of that thing again with the new students, and the remaining things I can give a I can't give you a specific date since it is mostly deal with the administration part. So administration part we can't give a specific date actually. So I can give a guarantee that it will be definitely implemented before the end of my tenure. So
You are not allowed to make any comments unless and until I'm not the candidate, okay? You can't. Are you talking with? They are making. Are you
Ashish, cool down. Ashish, cool down. You are talking to Ashish.
Yeah.
Ashish, cool down. You are talking to General Secretary.
Whatever points I have included in my manifesto, I have checked the feasibility with the dean students and the hostel affairs secretary also. And the thing is, I can't promise the date yet. I can't give a exact date, but the thing is, I will, whatever I am going to do and whatever I am making promises, I will try my best to do these things.
Okay, first of all, my question is to you, Daka. You have made two statements. One is you are more into sports, but since there is no choice in the sports, you came to hostel affairs secretary. And second statement that you have made is that you have a problem with the mess. That's why only you have competed for the chase. Now answer me yes or no. Are these the two?
can you repeat the first question?
The first question is that someone asked that you have mentioned in your manifesto more related to the sports equipment. Someone asked you that since the manifesto is for HAS, but you have mentioned more points related to the sports. So then you have answered like you are not really very interested for HAS. But since there is an opportunity to participate, you participate. Second point that you have mentioned is that there are other like academic affairs secretary is also empty, technical affairs secretary is also empty. But for that question, you answered like you have a problem with mess. You explicitly mentioned that you had a problem. So is that implying that since you are only having problem with the mess, you are actually competing for it? But your students are having problem with other clubs like Nobel or horticulture or other hostel related issues. Then since you don't have any concern for that, so will you be able to react for that or not? These two statements are very really disappointing because these people. May I complete my question, please?
So, can you? I will answer question by question. So, a very big question is very difficult. So, can you please? I'll answer your first question, then you can ask your second question. Then.
First of all, I just made two statements that you have mentioned. So the question is like, why do we believe that you will actually improve the hostel measures or something by making a leader for the
This is your first question, right? So, I'm not only facing the mess issue. Like many of us are facing. Many of them actually told me when I went to the campaign. Many of the people told me. I have mentioned the same thing there also. So no one is ready to stand. So that's why I myself wanted to stand in the to represent the students.
But even for technical affairs and academic affairs, there are no one to participate.
Yeah. That's what I'm not part participating in any of the clubs like technical council, like academic council. So academic council and these things are actually going good. So I don't know why there is no secretary is competing for that thing. So I want to make sure that hostel problems will be rectified.
Now my question is to you, Shubham. I mean, like you initially while starting your manifesto, you have mentioned that you are very weak in communication, and this is the first time you are facing this big audience. Do you think these two will be the more efficient, I mean, more important points to become a leader and to represent the Hostel Affairs Secretary in IIT Palakkad?
Yeah, that's true. But
And you also, I mean, you guys know that you have to finish the manifesto in 5 minutes, but you couldn't do that. You already know before that you have to complete it before 5 minutes, but you haven't even discussed half of the points. So here we can see a lag between these timing. Incompetence here. So how why we have to believe that you will become a representative from our side in IIT
can you just repeat your question? Yeah, I feel that my English is bit cracky, but what I feel communication is more about clearing, clarity. What are you going to say and what, like how can you express your ideas and understand the issues? And yeah, it could be possible. Like my fluency is not that much better, but I can express my.
Guys, please maintain decorum. We'll move to the next question now.
So my question is to both of the candidates. You said a lot of points pertaining to your council. Both of you give me one point from your manifesto which you feel is a highlight of your manifesto. Let me know how you reach that point, how do you aim to approach it, and what are the feasibility checks there.
So my core vision is about transparency and accountability. That is going to be implemented through website. We are planning to develop a website for hostel council. So that will be maintained and we will keep updating you through website and everything. It will be like if a major event is going to happen, that will be come on that website. Everything will be related to hostels. It will be there. So yeah, all things about transparency and accountability. Here you can raise concerns related to hostels and raise complaints related to mess also.
Okay, so what about your feasibility checks regarding?
Yeah, I have checked the feasibility with the hostel secretary and also with the dean students.
Like my main agenda is to have affordable meal box in the breakfast. This is my main thing which is attracting. So I have checked this feasibility. I have checked this feasibility with the new students. He told that it will happen. Like that's why I have kept that point in my manifesto.
Like a concern was raised regarding the feasibility. So was the discussion done with the hostel secretary or the mess?
Check with the dean students itself. Like once he is the one who will be at the top, right? Like he will be taking the decisions, right? Like,
Okay. Also, like, is this idea already mentioned in the tender?
huh?
Is this you know the mess tender is being drafted?
No, we can discuss this in this committee meeting.
Okay, so you are planning to add it in the
Yeah.
Hi, welcome. Hi,
Hello.
so my question is like, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for standing up for initiative. My question is like, first question is like, you have written a lot of points in your manifesto. You have written a lot of points in your manifesto, and I hope you will do most of those things. But there is a possibility, since we've been seeing it from last 2 or 3, like some it's 2, for some it's 3. We have seen like most of them are not. It's not possible to do almost all the points in the manifesto. Then students are also disappointed. There are also questions. My question is like, how will you handle the criticism, and how will you communicate why the work has not been done?
Actually, before keeping a point in my manifesto, I have checked the feasibility. So I will give 30 to 40 points which are not feasible. And we know that this thing is possible and this thing is not possible. So before keeping one day, I checked every feasibility with the dean students mainly.
Sorry for interrupting. I just like you have checked the feasibility. What I want to specify is the previous candidates and even the current candidates might have also checked it. What I'm telling you, checking the feasibility alone is not enough, because we had like the previous candidates have also put up a point about pantry induction stuff, which dean students might say yes, they might say no, but which is actually not possible if you go on ground level in the hostel, because we don't have those kind of power supply, we don't have, plugs cannot handle it.
Yeah,
So
that's why those type of things I have not included in my manifesto. Many of the students.
I just want to conclude it. What I'm saying is like, just getting the feasibility check, sometimes the work might not happen. I'm not saying that you have not done enough groundwork, you might have done or not, that's not the point. Sometimes all the things, maybe most of the time, like, many of the things will not be done. Like, you cannot get approval from the right people, because it's administration, you're not like a sole leader. So what I'm saying is, how will you communicate it with students?
We will be having the GVMs. So that is the place where we will be answering the questions of our students. Right? I will be telling everything which has happened in my tenure and which is going to happen, what I have discussed with the team and what I have discussed with the other administration teams. So that the points in my manifesto will be implemented. So I will make proper communication with the students regarding my manifesto points, which are being done and which are being rejected and all.
Hello. So the question is to Gautam. So as you mentioned that in the previous year you faced the mess issues regarding the food. Then so you came up with the idea to stand for the post of Hostel Affairs Secretary. So why were you not in the mess committee meeting? Like why were you not at the mess council? We have mess representatives, deputy mess secretaries.
So initially it was good. So then I don't have any problem. Like the start of your tenure, it was very good. Like half of your tenure also not good. Now it's good. I'm not telling that it's completely bad. Some of the days we are having issue with them. Like some dinners especially. So I want to actually redefine the menu.
So, like, there is the process of to book the institute hostel accommodations. So, how many days before the request should be made to both the candidates? This is the question. Firstly, do you know about this?
7 days.
Next 7 days. My question to both the candidates: who is the chairperson of the mess committee?
Associate Dean students.
Associate Dean students. My question is, both the candidates, who is the Dean Infrastructure of IIT Palakkad?
Dr. Cynthia.
Who is the Dean Administration?
Dr. Keshwan.
Yeah, Dr. Keshwan.
Hello. Up here. My question is for both of you. Can you tell us 2 points, at least 2 points, solid points to convince us what will you change in mess and what is the process, clear process, how will you change those?
So, I'll take the feedback from the students. Whichever the days the food is not good, like it's not like every day the food is not good. Some of the days only it was not good. Some of the like it was dinner or something like afternoon lunch, these type of things only not good. I'll take the feedback from the students and I'll make sure that, and I'll also take the suggestions from the students. So what will be the replacement of the item? So these type of things I will take and I will implement that.
Google Forms are still there. Suggestion is still taken from student. But what will you do? Google Forms for suggestion from student is still there.
That is what I will make sure that the change is being made.
Second point, I asked for 2 points.
He asked for 2 points.
Subham.
My first point will be, I am planning to give a mass study for BTech, MTech and MSc guys. That will be provided like on the basis of first come first serve. Like it will be decided, like it will be decided the exact number. It's not yet decided, but it will be around 50 to 75. Now the student will get the mascot in the month end. So, and the second point is I am planning to introduce a nuance-based Google Form system that will be implemented on every bench, every table, and on the walls. So that if you feel like the food quality is not good or food, if you find some insects or mosquitoes in the food, just click the picture and upload it. That will be considered, and we will take a fines. We will take the fines and charge the fines on the next day.
Hello Shubham here. My question is to you. So first of all, like listen carefully, I don't want to repeat. So as you have mentioned all the promises what you will do in your manifesto, it looks like more like a wish list than a manifesto because it is realistically impossible to do. If it is possible, can you please tell me, because you have mentioned the point that if food is bad, you will arrange an alternative meal within 24 hours through special vendor or another chef. So how will you manage this within 24 hours logistically and realistically? Did you get my point?
Yeah. The thing is, while I was preparing this manifesto, I did a little bit of mistake. But the point what I have written, the meaning of that point is that
I can't hear you, Shubham. Please be loud.
the meaning of that point is like we will be taking the feedback from the students. Like firstly, for the first month, we will be checking the food waste for which on which day we are getting the more food waste. On the analysis of that, we will be arranging another food vendors, or either it will be served by the mess caterers, but as a special food.
That is not my question, Shubham. I asked within 24 hours, how will you manage? You said that it is by mistake you have mentioned.
Yeah.
If it is mistake, like how can we believe or trust you that you won't make other more mistakes in future? Because manifesto is the promise what you do, no?
Yeah, you are right.
Guys, please make it a goal.
Yeah, you are right. I am accepting this. But the thing was, like, on that day, I had an exam and I was in a hurry. So,
Okay, there is one more point regarding Masoli that you said that QR codes will be placed on every table, right? Like, how will you, I mean, on every table, how can you, like, will you put it through paper or what? Like, how will you do it? Because every time they'll clean and they'll take, they'll remove, they'll clean. So, how you will do it?
it will be like paper will
This
be
is also
kept.
mistake, tell me, like, what is your idea?
Paper will be kept, but with the lamination, proper lamination, we will be pasted there. So that they can't, like, paper will not be used.
So, through paper, like, when they clean through water, it won't get affected or what?
It will be lamination.
Okay.
My question is to Shubham. You said every student here will have a cooler.
Yeah.
There are like 1,000 students here.
Not every student.
You mentioned in your while you were giving your speech regarding manifesto, you said all students will have the cooler. How is it feasible? There are around 1,400 students.
Not every student. The idea behind it is that we will be arranging render coolers from the vendors outside from the campus, and either it will like, or else we will be purchasing the coolers from the students who are going to pass out there. So like we can, and also some amount will be paid to them to compensate the coolers.
Two questions regarding this. First of all, who will manage all this? Second of all, where is the budget for all this coming?
Okay. For cooler thing, like first I asked the SAC to give the minimum amount for like this, so that we can buy some minimum amount of coolers, minimum number of coolers, so that we can initiate this idea. And after getting that money, we will rebuy the coolers, and that loop will be continued. Hostel council. We will representatives will be there to manage all those things. In hostel, for hostel like for each hostel two are there, deputy hostel secretary. Details will be discussed. Yeah. Yeah, list is not.
So this question is from candidates. So recently I think you guys have seen how much of manifesto we did a huge graph presented, right? So from your point, from your manifesto, how much percentage do you think will you guys achieve? Because I know that none of us can achieve 100% unless you do 1 or 2 points. You have mentioned 34 points, you have mentioned 15 points. What is the percentage you are trying to achieve?
It's around 80 or 85%.
At least 75%.
And one question. So, you mentioned that you will be selling out coolers for rent, right? You will be giving coolers for rent, right? Like, whom are you paying the rent to? Who will I be paying the rent? To the hostel council or to the institute? Or to the hostel affairs secretary?
It will be like you have to pay for. It will be given to the hostel council only. But the budget will be transparently shown by the website and with the hostel manager.
So hostel manager's bank account you will send, huh?
Not the or as we can say like there will be a sub account of SAC. We can put that thing in SAC account.
And one last question to you.
Yeah, welcome. You mentioned 2 points, right? First of all, the tiffin one, again the tiffin box system that right now only have been removed from the manifesto. Second point you mentioned about the mess menu change, right? Can you tell me the date when the elections first report was his first mail to register for election was released? The day you filled your nomination.
May 22nd.
Okay. Can you tell me the date when Kaushal sent the hostel secretary sent a mail regarding suggestions for the new mess tender? Did you have a talk at that time with him regarding all the menus that you are planning right now? No. Again to correct you that if the menus are not in the tender explicitly mentioned before, you can't change again and again during the tender. So again, the point that you mentioned is again not going to happen or not going to fulfill. So again saying you're bluffing on that thing that you are going to change the mess menu. So when you're not at home, how can we again trust you? 2 points you bluff completely. And those are not at all possible. Tell me if I'm wrong.
What have asked?
Tell me if I'm wrong. Before that, to change any mess menu, you have to put that item or something near the lump sum amount of that item into the tender, so that you can in future change that item to a particular item. I think if you might have changed,
You want follow-up question, right?
Guys, no personal attacks against anyone who's asking questions. Please remain quiet.
My first question was not clear. It is not my problem. It's his problem. It's his problem, not my problem. Not my problem. It's his problem. He didn't get my question. It's my problem or his problem. It's his problem. Who raised it? That's why I'm repeating the question. So, again, I'm repeating the question for the last time. You mentioned that you wanted to change the mess menu. But to change the mess menu, you have to either mention that item into the tender from initially, or else a lump sum amount of that, like if you're mentioning paneer, you have to mention 2-3 multiple items regarding the paneer into the tender so that you can change that item into the future. After 25th, did you mention 5 or 6 items to Kaushal that you wanted to change? Yes or no?
No.
Then how can you promise right now that you will change the mess menu? This is completely not
When
possible.
I'm talking to him, he actually told that we'll be putting a sample menu, like in the mess tender. So he actually told that after that we can change the mess menu like a little.
That's what, a little, but you can't see the complete day menu as you mentioned.
I am not. I am
You
never told that
mentioned
I never told that I explained the whole.
you can just change an item. That's what Kaushal might have mentioned. You can change a single item, not a complete menu.
I will make
Guys,
sure
if
that.
you are making noise, we'll be ending the session right now. If you want to get answers to the questions asked, please remain silent and seated. Otherwise, you may leave.
Just to conclude again, if the things are not mentioned in the tender we are preparing from 25th of last month and it was released I think 2-3 days before. Now there are very less chances to change major changes into the menu or any timings or other things. So whatever you are promising on that grounds are not going to work. Thank you.
I am not changing the whole menu. I will be changing some of the items. Some of the items are only not available. Not every item is.
Shiva, this question is for you. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay. Your manifesto is having mistakes. And you said you will be able to complete 80% of your manifesto. Your manifesto is having mistakes, then how can you complete 80%? I suggest you first learn how to make manifesto, then
Please remain silent or we'll be ending the session right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. I have a question for you, both of you. See, give me, the question is straight and simple. How do I believe that you guys are better than Nota? That is the state right now. How am I supposed to be believing I think for you, for Shubham, I want you, you have told a lot of things in your manifesto. Most of it, it's clear that it's not possible. Okay, but let's say you come into the role, how are you gonna be, you have clear cut said that you are approachable. I appreciate that, but how are you gonna implement? You know that communication works between the authorities and you, right? How do you think you are capable or how do you think you are gonna improve on that? And coming to the doctor, my question for you is, see, you said that you wanted because your mess menu was bad for you. How do I believe that it's gonna benefit all of us and not personally you or your friends group? How do we believe that it's a strong?
But the thing is, we will be making the hostel council and making hostel representatives in such a way that they can influence people as small as possible. So, yeah.
No, can you make it clear, hostel representative is you? I will the representative.
Hostel secretary.
Yes. Okay. So who is going to work on that? One second. You said let's talk about mess food, right? So let's say the mess, it's not even about the menu. There are some days when the mess food tastes bad. And see, it's a matter of concern because then who's going to be following up? Or how are you planning to implement it? You have given all these vague statements. How are you going to actually make it into rule?
Yeah. For next cut, this is
I'm not talking about mess cut. I'm talking about the food you get in mess daily.
we have checked the feasibility of whatever I have put this.
No, I'm talking about taste of food. You go to mess and then you eat something. It doesn't taste good, right? What do I do?
It will be based on the feedback taken by the students.
You're not answering.
You are talking about the mess thing, right? Initially I mentioned that many of the students I have received the concerns about the mess. Not only me. Initially also I told the same thing. Like I am also facing issues. Many of the students also raised the same concern. That's why, see, any of them are not ready to stand up for the issue. So I want to be the one who will be representing all these issues. So that's why I stood as
Okay, so let's say in vote for Mota, there will be another candidate who will definitely stand up, right? How do we believe that he is not better than him?
Yeah, see, I am having a competitor actually right now. So I'm a cricket secretary in the sports council. So I have been dealing with the administration and everything. So I know how to convince the administration for the things to happen. So this makes me, like I've already mentioned before also, this is the thing which makes me a little different from my competitor. So this is why I want to stand as a hostel affairs secretary.
A question to both of you. Gautam, the laptop is connected there, so you raised the ticket on the support portal that you want the fire extinguisher for the Holi celebration. And Subham, you raised the ticket regarding that there is an issue in the washing machine area, in the washing machine, so please repair that. One by one. One by one you can decide which will do first.
Wi-Fi.
It's connected.
No, it's
Connect card.
Wi-Fi is not connected.
Action needed.
You can use Dharni's account if you want. You can use her account.
Wi-Fi इंको कनेक्ट किन्नन చూడొచ్చా కిందని చూడొచ్చా
होली सेलिब्रेशन में चीज़ होता है you can skip this part, you can just scroll down. Location you can use anything according to your convenience.
Don't create it.
Don't create. So like your all the options are wrong except the location. This ticket should be raised under the electrical maintenance, and the downside also this should be raised under electrical maintenance. So you are standing for hostel affairs secretary and you don't know under which department we should raise the ticket regarding the concern. You raised the ticket regarding the washing machine area, Malhar laundry area.
New. Yeah, click.
Open Instagram. Hostel support. Horticulture. You can skip this.
So if you raise this ticket, then who will receive this ticket?
I am getting help.
Every department there is representative. If you raise the ticket under the hostel support, this ticket will go to our hostel manager. So again, both the candidates don't know how to under which department should we raise the ticket, under who will receive the ticket, and you are going to contest for the hostel affairs secretary position. Next question is.
Okay, so one question is to me. Like, do you know how many mistakes you have done while writing your mail for manifesto submission? Typos? Why is that?
Where is the mic?
Like, you will be writing all those tenders and official emails, all those permissions with minutes of meeting of mess committee meetings and all. How will you manage that? That if you are not able to write your mail properly?
Before also I had an exam on that day.
Hey, silence.
Before also I had an exam on that day. Then also I need to prepare the video. So I was in a hurry.
Yeah, that is fine. Like, your exams will go on while you are hostel secretary as well, right?
Yeah.
So issues will come in between and you have to write emails before your exam, after your exam. So that will happen. That is not a reason.
Yeah, it was at the last moment. That's why I didn't recheck it properly.
Okay.
I have a question to both of you. Left mouse. So you have given a lot of points in the manifestos, like both of you. I believe honestly, a lot of things are
either it's an CET department or an EWD department has to do a lot of your work. So I just wanted to know like where are you going to spend your budget in that? Like a lot of things is like either it will go to EWD or the CET department. So like where are you not plan where are you planning to spend your budget on?
So my plan is to like ask for the more budget for hostel council this year, so that we can manage all the things at the same time.
I will request the SAC, next the General Secretaries. I will be asking more budget from him, and I will be giving more part of my budget to the Nova Club and also the indoor activities which I have mentioned. Like this time, Nova Club actually got 3.5 lakhs it seems. Next time, I want to give a little more such that we can have more trips and more students will be participated in that. And coming to the indoor activities and the outdoor activities and the hostel council, so actually things are there but they are not maintained properly. So I also want to give some of my budget to those things to improve indoor facilities and outdoor facilities under the hostel council.
Okay, so when you say like you want more budget, I believe like you have not talked to both of you have not talked to hostel secretary properly, because like can you just tell how much budget was allocated and how much of it's used? So like the both of your points does not even add up.
When I talked to him, he told that budget is completed and we need more budget such that next year 3 more lakhs is there and 2 lakhs will be going to UG farewell and 1 more lakh is going to PG farewell.
He mentioned that the remaining budget is around 5,40,000, out of which 2 lakh will be going for the UG farewell and 1 lakh for the PG farewell.
And he also mentioned that this year we don't have priests for the priest.
So regarding the point, you mentioned that you will focus more on the Novel Club, on the hostel indoor and outdoor activities. As I already mentioned you that this year in the every puja and every festival you get a hike up of around 10 to 15,000. So around hostel council, around if we take a lump sum quantity of the festivals which is celebrated by the hostel council, that's around we can take around 7 to 10 activities. So if in every festivals we get the hike up of around 10 to 15,000, then you need I think around 1.5 lakh extra budget. This year the council, you didn't answer that. What was the council's budget this year?
This year?
What was the council's budget this year?
10.5 lakh.
So 10.5 lakh plus 1.5 lakh you require just to complete the things what things are completed this year. So that goes around 12 lakh. And if you want to increase the Novel participations, then you need 2 more lakh for that also. And if you want to increase the indoor and outdoor facilities, for that also requires 2 and 3 lakhs. So this will total go up to 15 to 16 lakh. So have you talked to the current General Secretary that it is possible to give 15 or 16 lakh to the hostel council?
No, actually, I didn't thought of it will be around 15 to 16 lakhs. I thought it will be around 13 to 14, around 30. So 13 is like I can convince the General Secretary who will be given. So I can tell my points.
I like a statement. It's not like these people did not try to convince me. Like this discussion was up to like 1 week. So like these people also tried to convince us. Whole point is like what is the way that you will try to convince so that the General Secretary will be ready to give you more money than maybe comparatively with other secretaries.
I'll show the participation which is getting in the Novel Club. We are getting very more participations in the Novel Club. We are opening a farm at 10 o'clock and by the 10 one we will be closing the farm most of the times. So since we are having much participation in this council and many of the other councils are not having much participation and they are getting equal money as that of the hostel council. So I will show the participation of the students who are being participated in these clubs. So in this way I will try to convince the general secretary.
Okay. Question to Gautam regarding SAC printer availability. So what are you trying to do with that point? So what are the results?
Actually, I want to. We have a SAC printer now,
Yeah.
but when I talked to the secretary, he told that it is not being maintained properly. Like it is there, and sometimes it will be maintained and sometimes it is not. So I want to make sure that it will be maintained properly throughout the year, and I want to make sure that if any students is having need that, sometimes we might get urgency, like we might be having an interview tomorrow and we don't have a printout now. So if we are having a SAT printer accessibility to the students after the library time, like library we can have the printer.
In what time in library we can have printout? In library, what is the printout last time? Till what time we can have the printout?
5 o'clock.
8 o'clock, 8:30. So that was the point, like who is going to manage that? Like students will say, it's my urgency is there, tomorrow I have this, that. So they will try to misuse this also, right? How are you going to control that? The students will be going to misuse this opportunity if you are trying to open for all the students. And the SAC printer is not a commercial printer, it won't be able to handle that much of pressure. It is not a commercial printer, it is just a small printer and it has many issues. Even with 2-3 prints, it gets heated very easily.
So I try to maintain properly.
Yeah, that's what. How will you try to maintain? Either you buy a new printer, otherwise you can't. You are just promising you will make the printer accessible to all of them. But suppose 1,000 students are there.
I think not everyone will require a printout at the same time.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that. So suppose the interview is happening, almost 40 people require the printout. 42 copies, it will be around 80 copies. How are you going to print them?
We take some time and printing.
Yeah, who is going to do that? You will sit and do
we
it.
can't tell no to them, right? Like we can take.
Yeah, but they will have time to take print out from library at 8:30. But after that, they'll come at 9 o'clock to you and they'll say library is closed. Tomorrow I have to go to interview. What will you do?
We will not be giving free, we'll be having some little cost.
No, it's not about the cost. It's
Same,
about the,
same thing they can take there also, right?
yeah, but they will not do that. And you won't be able to serve them properly, I'm very sure. You won't be able to give 80 print out in the I mean, you didn't take the availability properly. You cannot open to all the students and you have to think about how are you going to implement. Your proposal is fine, but your implementation might not work. That's okay.
Thank you.
The next thing, so last question was directed to you, and last question was directed to you. So I just want to, it's a common question again. I want to start with you. So you both of you guys are new to Hostel. So before releasing your manifesto, you told you have done a lot of feasibility checks, spoke with a lot of people. So I just want to come up to the podium, take your manifesto, and take 15 seconds for each point, and tell us which points require feasibility checking. You have mentioned you will go to restaurants and give exclusive discounts or something like that. So did you start talking to restaurants or something? I just want you to go through your things and tell to the audience that have you done any process on making it happen.
So till now we just had discussed.
No, please come there and you can list the points this point I did this point I did checking this.
Keep it short.
So that you will be transferred. Yeah,
15 seconds per.
15 seconds per point.
No need to repeat the point, just answer them.
Like regarding emergency fund, we know the administration took long 6 hours to collect just 50,000 rupees in that Ashwini current case. So this was proposed by
To be very clear, what he's asking, whom did you take feasibility and how are you going to implement? That's it. Don't say what was the problem, everyone understood that. Who is the person you went and talked to? That's it.
Okay, for emergency fund, I went to the dean students.
He said it is possible.
Yeah.
Next.
For common room improvements, I also talked to EWD. Yeah. So and
Was it feasible to do?
yeah.
Who
It's
was the
feasible.
spokesperson? Like, who was the person that you talked to?
I don't know the name.
Like at least his title. His title as in which place does he hold? Like what position?
What? Okay. For common room, like we have a study common rooms in.
No.
We are not asking about issue.
See, we know the issue. Okay. He is asking who you talk with. Like who is the person you spoke with.
No, I don't know the name exactly.
No,
Not name,
That's the
position.
position.
You see,
right?
if I talk to Dharni, I would say I talk to General Secretary. Like that position. I'm asking for position. Okay.
Next.
Move on to the next.
For medical facility, also I have talked to dean students.
He said yes.
Yeah.
When will it will be implemented next semester?
Okay. He thought we will be discussing it with Dr. Manu, and then we will tell everyone.
After discussion with Manu, what if he says no?
No, he did say no, but the thing is,
No. I mean, what did he say? He said we will discuss with the Dr. Manu and then he will reply, right? Then you have to follow back. What if Manu said no? Then this point doesn't make any sense, right? Next. Next.
for rental cooler, this thing I already checked with the dean students. Yeah, everything I went to dean students. I checked the feasibility with dean students for all the points first.
Okay. Go to next point.
Can you be quick?
Room cleaning service. Yeah, I have
Who will pay the budget? It won't be free.
for room cleaning service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be asking that for. I will be asking to SAC so that we can.
You will be the SAC, like you will ask General Secretary. So you know how much will be the amount? Approx.
It will be for one room. It will be around 100 rupees, or we will convention that. Like student.
Total how many rooms are there?
What?
Total how many rooms are there? I mean, suppose this budget doesn't come, the General Secretary is not ready to give to you, then what will you do?
I try to convince the General Secretary so that.
So approx budget you tell, how much approx budget you need? Approximately?
It will be around 20,000 something.
Very less, no. Then go to next point. It will be around 1 lakh or 80,000.
For TV room billing system, I have already talked to Hostel Affairs Secretary, current Hostel Affairs Secretary.
So you will, what are you trying to do? You are trying to reserve the TV room for some people, right?
Yeah, for a particular time.
Does that make sense? Suppose I come to you and I say I want to reserve the TV room for 4 hours. What will other 1400 students will do?
So we will try to make that room
TV
sound
rooms are
so
supposed to
that
be common rooms, not like reserved. It is not a theater or something. You can just book your seat and go and sit watch a movie.
it's a common room, but we will be providing service so that the student can benefit it with the peaceful events and
What do you mean by booking?
booking, just issuing the room for a particular time.
To whom? To all the students. Right?
No, no.
It will be open. Anyone can go to class.
But the proper record maintenance will be there so that who is going to be there.
So it is not the booking. It's just that you will improve the accessibility. That's it. Go to next.
Tell fast. Yeah. Hostel for regular hostel equipment inspection. So yeah, again dean students. I told you na, I have checked the feasibility with the dean students.
Go to the next point. Next also being right.
And pest control. Yeah.
Okay, go to next page maybe. Yeah. Yeah, badminton court improvement. Whom did you ask?
Yeah. Just saying, I have already talked to like EWD.
What is this?
Yeah, it is feasible because I am coming with the idea that we will be spreading the soft clay soil over there and compact that thing and make a proper.
Is this your idea?
What?
Was this your idea? Soft clay?
No, yeah, this was my idea, but the
Do
thing
you
is,
know that this is already approved and everything is done and we are going to do it in next semester?
that thing I don't know that.
So you are just claiming which is already approved as your manifesto point and you have placed. It's the same as without getting a feasibility check with me also. See, these badminton courts will come under sports secretary and sports officer has get it approved that
It's
it will come under sports also.
No official mail came, like all the promises.
This is already approved with EWD that soft clay will be placed. When you are taking a feasibility check, you have to check about that also. You cannot just claim. You cannot just claim it, okay?
no one knows that everyone don't know that it's under you, like it's under sports affairs council. I have talked to social media also that we discussed about it and then I put that point.
I think that's okay. Okay, fine. Next candidate. Shubham, you mentioned one point, nightlife and open mic events. Collaboration with the cultural council will be undertaken to organize open mic sessions and engaging night events. As you know, we are not allowed to have the events after the 10 p.m. So how this nightlife events, how will you manage that? First of all, what is the silence zone time of our campus?
So up to 10 we can do.
No, I am asking what is the silence time zone of our campus?
It's 10 to 6 p.m. 6 a.m.
So, I think then if you are considering this 10 p.m. or 9:30 as the nightlife, I don't think that it's a nightlife thing.
Okay, I take that thing into consideration.
Yeah. Can you speed this up?
Okay, you can continue.
Can you
लगा नीला वाला भी चला गया.
So all of the points included in my manifesto, I have checked the feasibility with the dean students.
Yeah, go one by one.
Revamping the Nova Club.
What dedicated to? What kind of dedicated to?
Yeah. Currently, we are having very much participation in the BTech. Like, I want to split the BTech and MSc into a group, into a category, and MTech and PhD into a different category. So, both of them can get equal chances.
How does it make sense? What if BTech people, they can go with PhD people also, right?
Yeah, they can go, but we are getting strength of the BTech students are very high compared to the other students. So
as you know that this year we tried a separate trip for the PhD candidates. with also with the 30% female representation. This year, Hostel Council has a secretary for the only for the PhD and the research people. In that, the participation was very low. We have to open the Google form for around 2.5 hours. After that, we received the sufficient number of the participation in the Norway trip. So I don't think that dividing the students in BTech, that we will have the separately for the BTech, MTech, and PhD students. It's a good idea.
Like, I thought of doing it. That's why I combined PhD with the MTech students. Like, next year, anyhow, the strength is going to be increased, right? We can get some more participating from the MTech and MSc students also, including PhD students.
That's what we were saying, that before writing the points in the manifesto, you should discuss with the Novel Club heads.
Improve hostel activities and facilities. Same thing, I discussed this with
What are the sports currently available in the hostel?
like air hockey, caroms.
Did you play air hockey?
Yeah, only one day I played. After that, I never seen it working properly.
What is the issue?
Some air issue. The air was not coming properly, and the coin which we will play with is not moving properly. It was being stuck there.
So you'll maintain all those things
Yeah.
by next semester, start of next semester.
Not by the start of the next semester, by the middle of the next semester maybe, because they have to be maintained right.
Okay. Next.
Open hostel interaction policy.
Yeah,
For this thing, I have to.
This question was there. I don't think you have taken feedback of the students. It was approved in the last secretary's tenure, not in our tenure, and we didn't feel the requirement, and we had feedback from the students, and there was no.
The rules which we are going to make is not.
It is not a rule.
It will be like. It is a policy. Right?
It is a policy.
Yeah,
it is a possibility. It is not. It is just a group. It can be considered. The rules are still not prepared. That what will be the timing? How are we going to?
Those things.
Yeah.
That
But
is what the
before
follow-up
that, you
means.
have to ask all the students, especially all the female students, whether they are okay with this or not. Again, while implementing, it was done in the long term. In the big ITs, what happens? The common room. So they have 10,000 people, right? So their common room is insufficient to cater all those people. So there, this policy makes sense. But here, as of now, it is not making sense.
Yeah, when I talked to Dean, like he told the policies are made such that they are not being changed continuously. Once we make this policy is being maintained throughout the next 20
Yeah,
or
if you
30
read
years.
the previous minutes, it is also mentioned like it can be implemented as per the requirement in future. So I don't know why did they propose and got it approved, because I was not there. But you need to check with the student when you have to implement, right? That you have not done yet, but before implementing it, do that. Next.
Okay. Better council coordination. This thing I checked with General Secretary. Affordable breakfast mealbox, initial active, the Facebook active.
There are many problems. Like
Yeah, there is an issue. I have to recheck this thing and.
Yeah, I mean, they have an option to eat in Kapi also, right? In Manju, but why they are going to buy that mess food again, which is prepared at the morning? So they are not going to buy that.
Like anyhow, see, mess
And
food is
also,
actually.
I think, Kaushal, we are not selling any food outside, right? We are just going to dustbin at the end.
That thing actually Dean told me.
Yeah,
They are selling it outside.
Try to understand some things like you have to manage with
Yeah.
administration also. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
take their
yeah.
words. Makes some sense, right? So I mean, you have to every time cross question them and try to be a little more rational about the thing.
Okay.
Students will say anything. Administration might also.
Yeah.
In sometimes they possibly how they are in meeting, they are doing something, and they'll say yes or no anything. That depends. But you have to be clear about it. Next.
Improve TV room experience. This thing I took permission from the Dean students.
So you'll
Feasibility.
provide all those OTT subscriptions
Yeah.
in the TV?
Yeah.
Like what?
Amazon Prime, Netflix.
Like everything, or would you circulate something?
the main things like Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon Prime. These three.
Okay, next.
Flexible hostel every time. This, when I talked to the dean, he told that we'll be having a meeting once the secretaries are elected with the previous secretaries and the current secretaries. Like he'll be calling the police also, like the district police. They'll be telling some safe time. Like we'll be giving a little more time. Like if it's already time, right? If they give 10:30, we can give little more time, like 10:45 or 11, around 11.
Yes.
But we can't make it to 12. He is directly told that we can't make
How
it
did
to
that
12.
11 came?
Dean told, like if they are
He
giving,
told it is possible till 11?
not not compulsorily, like might be possible.
Might be possible. Right. So you are going to propose it is not fixed yet that it is going to happen. So he did not say he is going to do. He just said we'll have a meeting, and you have mentioned you are going to make it possible. So it is not a feasibility check. I mean, you could have mentioned you will try to extend it, not the 11 p.m. So mentioning that 11
p.m.
So that's what he told. He'll try, and that is you are also going to try. So that 11 number doesn't make sense as of now. Next.
The 9 p.m. bus from Palakkad. Like he also raised the same concern. Like there are no buses after 8 o'clock from Palakkad to the college. After the 9 o'clock, like we don't have the autos also in the KV. Right? So if we are having a bus,
Yeah,
then it will
I'm
be
asking about whom did you check feasibility?
these students.
These students.
Yeah.
He agreed to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Annual hostel festival.
This you will be doing, you will publish a PDF on the website or anything?
No, I'll make a sheet.
By what date? Next semester? By what period of the semester?
Maybe before a month, like after May 10.
So June or something. So you are going to take what around in 10-15 days if you become secretary. So after 1 month of that?
Yeah.
So in the month of May. This is fine.
Hostel events and competition.
Yeah, right.
That's quality and feedback system.
So what is wrong now? Like what are you trying to improve here?
Like initially I discussed the management thing, right? And hygiene thing, now they are following some measures. I will not change the measures since they were good. I have checked with the hostel affairs secretary. Since they were good, I will be not changing any of the hygiene things. And the feedback system, currently I will make sure that every batch has a representative, and I want to make sure that at least 80% of our student community will give the feedbacks. Not like writing a paragraph, at least it will be like a grade, like points at least. Then it will be.
Right now also the feedback system is graded.
Yeah, but
So what are you trying to improve? This is already
twice in a month I want to take feedback. Like, when we are having a mess committee meetings, so we can show these things. Like if we are taking every 15 days, we can show this thing to the mess committee also, right? Like these 2 weeks.
You are saying twice in a month.
Yeah.
Please remember.
I have one question regarding the trip. So you are not elected as a right now. When you are become as a hostel, your approach is not inclusive. You are trying to divide B.Tech, M.Tech, right? Regarding the trip. So So I want to give a message that it should be inclusive rather than segregating.
Like I thought of giving equal opportunities to everyone. That's why I did this thing. I am not like discriminating or like very. Okay.
That's all right. You have anything else?
Cafe 11 initiative follow.
Regarding the Cafe 11, you are supporting the development in the smooth functioning. First, we need to bring the cafe in our campus. After that, we will work on the development in smooth functioning.
Yeah, what the dean told is like we at least try first to bring the Cafe 11 to the canteen which is in Neela. So they can keep an outlet here. So we can try to like talk to them and they'll be accepting.
They will be.
They might be.
Okay, so I talked to them that we have this space in the Neela, but the thing is that for the Neela, the tender should be floated for them.
Like the dean only like gave this thing like whenever I'm asking about the thing, we don't have a proper space. We have suggested some spaces. Like I have suggested a place near our cycle stands in front of Malhar and the free space in front of Malhar. That free space is not possible because once the cafe came, like cafe will be coming, then there might be some noise which will be disturbance for the hostel students, hostel residents. That's why he rejected that and he accepted that we can keep cafe 1111 near somewhere near the cycle stands. So we have to follow up this thing.
I have one question. You done with your manifesto. I have one question for both of you. All of them asked different questions regarding your experience, your communication skills, and your manifesto. My thing is, let's say, after all these questions and answers that you've given, most of the students are unsatisfied with your replies. Let's say it's an hypothetical situation. Let's say Nota wins. What is your immediate next step that you will be taking if you are really passionate about supporting hostel council? Let's say you completed two, not a one. Somebody else got elected as a hostel facilitator.
So, firstly, I will try for deputy hostel secretary. If I get a chance to serve there, so that I will get some experience, and then I'll try next year for the hostel facility.
I'll also be doing the same thing. Like I don't have one more year, right? I'll be serving as deputy hostel secretary. How much as I can, I'll serve to the hostel council. Such that some of the improvements can be.
A question to both of you. How many hours prior should we book the Agora for any events?
How many?
How many hours prior should we book the Agora for any event?
72 hours before.
What is the website? What is the website that we need to book the room?
MRBS.
MR?
BS.
No, the thing is, okay, that's fine. You book it through MRBS. What is the process? Step by step, you tell me.
Yeah.
Step 1, I do this. Step 2 is this.
First, I'll be sending the mail to the dean students.
Okay.
Then he'll be booking the room.
That is your first step.
Yeah.
Mailing dean students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then dean students will be booking the room. Since we don't have any access to the room booking system, we'll be booking the room first.
Let's say you're booking it for some cultural event.
For the cultural, they will not be booking. They will be booking for only PG and music.
Yeah, fair. Cultural event as in something is happening to them. Even in hostel events, cultural things will happen there. Let's say it's for fair. What is the process? First step is?
Yeah, this thing. Like for the red carpet and these things, I'll be sending a mail to see.
First of all, for the red carpet, you should raise the ticket on the support portal, then the ticket number should be shared with the dean students. This is the way. We are directly not saying sending the mail to the dean students for these things.
Yeah, I think that concludes the. I think that concludes. Thank you guys. All the very best from our end.
Good, Lele. Good.
First time experience, good experience. Communication skills, tension मत ले. Good. Learning phase. अगले साल फिर पढ़ो. Keep learning.